Well, if it sounds like they're intentionally going
I
slow,
mean,
then
it could be that. It could also just be, I don't know, rustling in the air. It could be them just like hurrying as fast as they could. Although you figure it would be louder and make more noise. It's just
you
with what comes
bastard,
to,
stop trying to bait us into this trope.
it just what
But
comes to Fletch's mind.
I like this trope.
Three degrees of success, complex
Then
intelligence
let's
test.
go check it out. Since it sounds less and less hostile, the more.
So, do you want someone to back you up?
Do you want me to just go forward with the bat and someone with a gun cover me?
I have a feeling if you do that, anybody we might want to help might not survive.
Uh,
You want to send me?
they had a chance.
Whoever wants to go. I mean,
I'll just relocate the four of you up here.
let's
Tony's
just
like,
go check it out.
I'll back you up, Fletch. You go up first.
I'll look both ways out the window to see if there's anything immediately there, and then quietly start heading out and looking around.
All right. Why don't you give me a perception plus notice sight based? Is anything around?
Because it might be bad.
Nah, not for you. No, doesn't. Just looks like, late morning, gentle breeze wafting through the area. It's a beautiful countryside out there.
Slip back outside the door and, assuming nothing kills me, start working towards the sound.
Sure. Fletch is knowledgeable enough in stealth. He can hear the chain noise very well as it's slowly dragging closer, and he can position himself just so that say that you're behind the corner of a particular house, maybe even a garage, and the chain, whatever that is coming like from the other side and slowly approaching that corner, so you can get like an angle of surprise in the situation.
Part of me wants to have the gun ready, and part of me wants to have the knife ready. And by knife, I mean knife, not sword.
Thank you for
Actual knife, not giant knife sword.
Yes.
knife sword. New from Trusty
Gun
Tony
knife
Industries.
sword.
It's just a knife or it's a sword with a knife duct taped to the end of it.
Exactly, it's got the full hilt and hammer.
Oh shit! Wow.
Oh dear.
Well, let me go ahead and make that. Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure of that. With that in mind, Tony's out there behind Fletch, right?
Yes.
Why don't you two, since you saddled up into position here, give me, dexterity plus stealth checks.
Oh boy.
Bye, Tony.
Um.
Oh!
Ah.
Haha!
Alright.
Get dunked.
In that case, with that in mind,
You're imminent.
we're gonna actually say that, it'll be a fail forward policy. We're gonna say that Fletch, ends up like scuffing his shoe, maybe against something, ends up creating a scraping sound.
There's the roof drain had fallen apart and
Yeah.
he kicks it along the wall or something.
Trusty Tony like tries to grab at him in the process, might make a little bit of noise of his own. The chain like tinkling stops, and then a feminine voice that Trusty Tony can actually hear along with Fletch is very low. It's like a whisper. Shit. It's maybe, say, 7 yards. Basically, just like around the corner and then, 21 feet down. Basically, like maybe the other end of the house.
Not the deaf lady.
So,
Just go.
Okay, this is at the risk of sounding wrong. Does it sound like what a deaf person would sound like?
Well, it was a whisper, but you would figure that if anyone could hear that, which, the sound that you just made, and Fletch realized that he kind of goofed there, probably not the deaf person. Stands the reason.
sure.
Okay, tactical layout. What kind of corner is this? What's around us?
We'll say it's, like a 90-degree turn, like you're basically at one corner of the house. It's no fence back here. It's basically just an open vista, a window that goes into, we'll say, garage of this house, and it's connected to the house. Got like some minor knickknacks, like some garden shit, maybe a bench, a small cherry tree or whatever. with some branches missing, some minor knickknacks, maybe like a ball that kids would have used, like toss around or whatever.
And while it's still almost a surprise-ish moment, I would say just still using the corners best cover I can. Just round the corners, raise the gun, just see what's there.
Okay. The what you spot around the corner, Ryan, ends up actually tickling your memory a bit, and this is actually going to be something that will call upon Fletch's powers of memory in that instance, in which case it's very difficult in this case. With that in mind, I would say it's going to end up being a difficult intelligence test with a +2 bonus.
So just a +2.
Yeah, a difficult intelligence test with a +2. So 1d10 +4 +2.
Like a notice memory check?
It's mainly along things like this is just almost not something that Fletch wouldn't remember at all. Almost like a barely happenstance thing.
Okay, complex intelligence +2.
Yep.
Look.
Alright. Well, what you end up spotting in front of you, 20 feet away, is a woman who's covered in basically like the remnants of rags. She's pretty bloodied. She looks bruised, as if she has been the target of repeated, violent physical assault. Eyes swollen, what used to be beautiful hair, and, a pleasant-looking face.
Seeing that it is indeed a prisoner, I imagine,
Yes.
and not the demon host that I had in my game a while back, he'll raise a finger to his lips and go, shh, and motion for her to come towards us.
Her eyes are pretty
And of
wide.
course, the fact that it's an ostensibly pretty woman doesn't help her chances.
Her eyes
shut
are
your
wide in
mouth.
surprise, and the complex
your
intelligence
mouth.
test ends up coming in mind. Fletch, just by mere whim, just by pure happenstance and chance, recognizes her basically while he was traveling through Maryland in his past life. This is Samantha Eilenberger. She's a rather well-known news reporter, or used to be, who worked for one of the Alphabet affiliates out of Hagerstown.
Has she covered wars?
She has done quite a bit in her time. She also apparently she's been ordained as a pastor. She has some theological background as well. It was pretty good at asking incisive questions. A fairly decent reporter. Had like an aura of charisma and magnetism around her.
What's her position along the wall? Like, is she in the open or what?
She's like pressed against it, and upon being spotted, before you lowered the gun, she looked pretty fucking terrified. Like, oh my god, I have been found.
Can I see the locks from here?
You can see the chain that's connected on her ankles, yeah. And there's actually one that's like on her wrist as well that she's like wrapped up with like a cloth.
Before declaring something incredibly stupid, is she in the open, though?
Well, she's against the wall, but yeah, she's outside.
What are we gonna do?
Tony,
Do it quickly.
cover me. I'm going to move up to her
Okay.
and tell her I'm going to try to get you unchained.
Okay. She's pretty frozen in fear. With that in mind, though, why don't you give me some of your smooth talking magic?
Seduction?
No, I don't think so. What you just said, it sounds like a smooth talking thing. All right, she'll go along with that.
Seduction? I mean, she's already chained up. Is there a bonus if she's already chained up?
There is no time.
That's what you think.
This
Okay,
What do you think,
so
you're
what,
too
what
shot?
kind of... It's been under a lot of stress, damn it. Come on.
It's
been a while.
It does have a mechanical lock, a mechanism that Fletch could actually pick open with some dexterity and then his lockpicking skill.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it doesn't help that he's kneeling in front of her.
All right. Fletch, perhaps inspired by this encounter, and
Inspired.
with the willing compliance of the lady, because, four levels of success was enough, despite the
Willing
horrific
compliance,
situation.
that's all I need.
Yep.
Yes, the inspired, ordained woman. Yeah.
Ordained.
Did you say something like that?
Yeah, she has a theological background,
Uh-huh.
Was a pastor, small town.
Totally about to be burned at the stake for being a witch. Has some sort of ordained background. Totally inspired by this situation.
At any rate, you do manage to open or loose the chain off of that was linking her ankles together.
And at that, pretty much grab her and lead her back the way we came.
All right.
At least so we can get somewhere so we can quietly talk that's not out in the open.
Sure. With the initial smooth talking success in mind.
Come with me if you want to live.
And, freeing her from, the ankle bonds. And, she looks pretty, mentally, fucked up. So she actually does go along while you lead her.
Making this sound more and more appealing by the moment.
Sure, I mean, you might be trying to use the right thing.
I'm saying that, were it not for Fletch's capabilities to ease tensions in a situation, she might have tried to fucking bolt or scream or some other bad thing.
It went better than it would have if Kat was there.
It went better than it would have if they were alone. I mean, what?
Yeah, Samantha follows Fletch, back around the corner where Trusty Tony is.
Trusty Tony's a bit of a... Okay,
Go
can
ahead.
you stop thinking with your penis for 5 minutes?
You shut the fuck up for 5 minutes.
I gave it a shot once. It was horrible.
You shot yourself.
Yeah, pretty much just looking to maybe get inside one of the houses again.
Sure, are you looking to
Or
go
we're
all the
out
way
of
back
sight.
to where everyone else is?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. In that case, Eugene and Kat will notice that Fletch is leading a woman behind him with Trusty Tony in tow
mean,
as
they
well.
should be used to it. It happens from time to time.
She's not looking so good.
No, she's definitely worse for wear. It looks as if she's been forcibly underfed. She's missing some weight to her. A little gaunt. The rags are very patchwork and definitely not her original clothes. Quite revealing. So you can see all of the injuries.
Oh god, she's a raider.
Alright, so as Fletch leads her up, Potman's gonna say, Fletch, what did you do?
Oh, shut your fucking mouth.
I'm just saying,
helping her.
when you left, you were talking about forcibly subduing and kidnapping someone.
And look who he comes back with.
And now you
It
come
required
around with
significantly
this?
less force than I thought. But once we're no longer out in the open, first question is, are you okay?
The confused look fades long enough, the mixture of gratitude as well. Just fades basically just give Fletch an "Are you fucking kidding me?" look.
She's definitely not okay. I mean, look at...
Are you currently suffering anything that's going to kill you?
She's definitely...
Have you been bitten?
So Samantha slowly shakes her head.
Okay, then you are, by today's standards, okay.
If we take her back, we're gonna have to... We'll take her back to the compound. We're gonna have to feed her slowly in case of refeeding syndrome.
How did
What
you get
the
away?
fuck is that?
When someone's been starved for a long period of time, eating too much at once tends to, kill them.
That
Every
doesn't
joke
make
I have would be
a bit of
incredibly
sense.
wrong right now.
Whenever I've been starving for a while and I eat something, I just feel good.
I mean, weeks.
Samantha
does make
certainly
sense.
gives a good look at all of you folks talking about all these other sorts of symptoms and conditions and things.
Hey, my thing was,
Yeah.
how did you get away?
Yeah, well, Fletch asked that question. He tried that. Everyone's like, "Brr."
Tony hasn't asked anything. Tony's been quiet.
I know.
I'm more concerned with her health than how she got out.
Yes.
Tony's watching out there because we're kind of talking
The
loudly.
reason I ask how she got away is because people might be right behind her.
Samantha pipes up her voice, and rather in a hoarse Whisper ends up saying that in the distraction of the morning, particularly with the cultists apparently being led away by some other sort of noise or interest, they ended up staying up through most of the morning, and as a result, security around the jail, because they're kept at the local police department that served this township, was more lax, and they actually failed to lock her up properly in the cell.
Oh, believe me, we know all about their jails sucking.
So she managed to ease the door open and sort of rather gently over the process of several hours get herself up to this position where
Well,
she
just
ran
kind
into
of
you.
Nods acknowledgement that, just showing that he's paying attention type thing. That was probably us, actually. The noise, I mean.
That was me.
She lifts an eyebrow, and that whatever it was, then you ended up saving my life. Thank you.
I'm a hero.
You're welcome. We're not really sure what to think of these people, aside from the many negative opinions we already have.
Did you see a burn, almost zombie-looking motherfucker?
What?
Guy in
Yeah,
a suit.
I
real
wouldn't
burn.
worry about him right now. Were there any other prisoners?
Yes, there were... Well, there was 4 others whenever I left. There used to be more, but they've been taken away every night since we got here. And they don't come back.
Any of the ones still alive have a British accent? He helped us out the last time we were with these people.
We ran into these guys a while back.
She lowers her head. He's actually been the one who's tended the jail. I suspect that the lack security and
That
open
definitely-
cell might have, but they
It
look really
was-
crazy to me.
It could have been on purpose. He let us go.
Yeah. Out of all the people there, he's probably the only one I wouldn't like to, get rid
Now,
of.
these people seem a lot more fucked up now than a few weeks ago. Do you have any idea what's going on here?
She shook her head. After my van wrecked, I was trying to trap. Yeah, how about that, right? After the whatever hit Hagerstown, fire everywhere. I traveled down. I was trying to get to a location where people could be, and I ended up running into some sort of. There was like a person chain between 2 cars. And then I tried to help them, and then I was suddenly swarmed, and
That's pretty much their MO.
I've pretty much been in a jail for the past... She, starts counting on her fingers, and, I'm actually not sure what... I've lost track of the days.
Kat's gonna go up to her and ask, it was just beatings, right? Nothing worse.
Yeah, let's interrogate her to force her to remember all the terrible things that have happened.
Samantha flinches back uncomfortably from Kat.
I'm just asking so I know exactly how much to hurt these people.
Answer is a lot.
She tries to form a response, but she can't get anything out.
I wouldn't worry about answering that.
Oh, man.
We're trying to find out more about this group because if we're being honest, we're kind of nearby here and we don't want them ruining everything.
She shakes her head violently. There was, after what happened in Boonesboro, the survivors of it decided that we needed to relocate to a better place. There was so much death and noise that these zombies are infected or whatever the fuck they are, some sort of governmental experiment, whatever, this group decided that I need to relocate, so we headed down here, and they thought that the water source, from what I heard, the artesian well, would be a great spot. There used to be many more of us captive. They keep talking about purifying rituals that the blood allows for the, and then, Latin. It's been a long time since seminary. Some sort of purifying ritual to ensure their protection, or I don't know. Didn't make much sense to me.
Maybe that's how he's still alive.
Still normal-ish.
Assuming he's alive.
Well,
I
you
don't
know
think
what I mean. How
But there's been so much more that they've said that I haven't been able to hear. I don't know whether that was for me or what they actually end up doing. I just know that they don't come back.
yeah, I think you can probably assume the worst on that one.
And as far as I'm aware, it was meant to be me tonight.
Well,
I think they're going to be disappointed. Gives her a kind of like reassuring smile.
Damn well better be disappointed.
She, a combination of overwhelmed emotions. She's pretty nervous. She's pretty hurt as well. Starts wobbling a little bit. She's woozy. Puts a hand to her head.
You said she was, or at least she seemed parched, so I'm actually going to take out whatever sort of water container I've been using and offer it to her.
Okay. She'll take it and begin drinking over-eagerly.
And I'll, yes, I'm gonna check out the windows around here and see what I can see.
Okay.
Not to sound callous or anything, but I want to get her out of here, but we also just got here.
Look, I'm not that sneaky. I'll take her back with me if we can get to the bikes.
She puffs out a little bit of breath and says, I'm not sure how much farther I can go.
You'll ride on the back of the bike. I can.
she can carry
You'll
you.
ride on the back of me.
Exactly. Just hold on to me. You'll be fine.
She's pretty much, yeah.
Trust me, she can carry you.
But the thing is, that's even less sneaky, so I want to make sure that everything is clear before we tell you to go running.
Did you
across.
bring the bike all the way out to the outskirts? Were you actually riding that on your way to Artesia?
No.
I thought you had left that behind at Fort Drake.
Right. That was my assumption as
Yeah.
well.
I can still carry your fireman.
Yeah.
Carry.
Sure. It'd be basically like a mild trek carrying that extra weight.
Be trading
That's
all of your
gigantic.
endurance to make it.
But with cat strength, I would say that's something she could do, and you would basically just burn all of your endurance to do that.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I
willing
just want to make sure that you're clear before we send you
Biking off
piggybacking
of it.
down the road, and then they open fire or something like that.
She nods vigorously.
As soon as it's clear, though, I'm getting her out of here.
So yeah, I'm gonna go check the windows and see if I can see anything.
Okay. Other than the wind, which picked up a little bit, about maybe 20, 22 miles per hour, it's actually blowing pretty nicely. There goes the inflatable swimming pool. Just roll away.
Shit! Now what's Cat gonna hide under?
Other than that, looks as if it's all clear out there. Removing the chain from her ankles allowed her, and you
remove
did bolt
the
pretty
hand
quick.
one as well.
Yes, I did manage to get out of here pretty quick, and maybe those who might be around here aren't paying attention. There might be something to be said about them being distracted and asleep.
How much do we want to trust that, and how much do we want to check the other houses along the edge here first?
Yes.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah,
want to push our
kinda where
luck,
I'm
but
at.
don't want to assume it either.
Yeah,
'Cause
she
if
will
it's-
inform you that in regards to like actual Artesia town intelligence, she has been kept in the jail the entire time since she's got here. So she
Yeah.
doesn't know anything about like placement or like where they stay.
Once she said that she was moved here with the group, I assumed as much, rather than her walking in and checking things out first. Yeah, because if it's clear right now, then waiting might make it not clear. But if it's not clear right now, then bad things. Then again, they didn't see a walking swimming pool coming into town.
She gives another confused look.
Don't
Don't
worry.
worry about it.
You'll see. It's. Oh wait, no, it just blew away. I think you might be good
Yeah, I think you're good.
if you want to start, and then I'll still start checking houses.
All right.
I don't really know what else to offer. I don't want to waste a lot of time, and then guards might wake up and come out here or something.
I know.
We've still got the radios.
Yes, we
Yep.
do.
I'll radio if anything goes horribly, horribly wrong.
I'm sure we'll hear it.
Yeah.
We'll be nearby.
Hopefully you'll hear their bones cracking.
I was sitting here imagining either with this woman piggyback cat just like crushing people in front of her, or defaulting to swinging the woman.
Sam's like riding Papoose style like a child would on a cat's back.
That's kind of the idea.
That's definitely an image. All right, then let's. Anybody else have any ideas, input, suggestions?
Do we keep searching, maybe? Potman did hear some sounds earlier.
You guys keep looking.
I mean, we could keep checking around.
That was
Honestly,
kind of
with how they
idea.
reacted, it seems like it. We can talk about long-term tactics later. I don't know. We could keep looking around, or we could count our mixed blessings and head back for now.
We haven't learned anything really,
Not really, no, but we.
and we have already gotten in quietly now. Like leaving just means we have to sneak back in later. And if
Yeah,
they're
fair
all, if the entire defense here is kind of half hung over,
Yeah, you're definitely right. This is a good opportunity.
Let's do it.
Potman will pretend to man up.
This is the best chance you guys got.
All right.
so I guess as they're going to start making their way out, we're going to quietly try to clear the houses and make sure that somebody might not notice them.
Okay.
Mhm.
Samantha will end up going with Kat then. You two begin your trek outside, heading for the open vista that separates Artesia from Fort Drake. As the three of you, three others then, end up begin the process of slowly going from house to check things over. It does look like, as you begin the process, that other houses, as you're searching through, have suffered a similar fate. You know, what furniture there might have been in them, anything that follow along the idea of flammable has been taken and removed. You know, and sometimes, like, you know, some doors have been, like, you know, ripped off. Actually, come to think of it, most of the doors are missing.
Has Army Salvage been here?
Furniture, stuff like that, anything that has been flammable has been taken and carted through the streets. You would imagine either towards or at or nearby the town center.
It definitely wasn't like that when we went through almost every house here
No,
a few weeks back.
It most certainly was not.
Okay, then I guess what we're looking for still people to either eavesdrop on,
Sure.
kill, or steal.
Sounds
Kill
about
or-
right.
The noises that Potman heard earlier have since gone. As you continue to go through, we'll say some time passes. You actually end up getting past noon.
One thing I would like to say before we
Okay.
abandon this area is I want to sneak back over and take that chain and put it inside somewhere so it's not
Just out there in the
laying
open.
out.
Yeah, that's a
All
good
right.
idea. Potman would also like to say something before we continue on.
Okay.
It's totally not going to jinx everything. It's not a horrible idea. He's just going to say that it's quiet.
Almost too quiet.
Too quiet.
I hate you
It's
both.
Raph.
I hate you both so much right now.
Almost too Raph.
Oh, you love.